Today we will be solving this 520 direct capital problem. We have been given a word and we need to find if that word follows the correct usage of capitals as we do in English. So, for example, suppose we have a word like USA, so it is correct because all of the letters are capital. That is, all the letters in the word can be capital. All the letters in the word cannot be capital. That is, can be small. That is also correct. And if first word is capital and rest of the characters are small, that will also do. So these are the three conditions when it is true. And given a word, we need to return true if that word follows the correct usage or false otherwise. So let's see how we can solve this problem. So I have written the same problem here, and so let's take a few more examples. Like we have a word USA, as we discussed, all the letters are capital, so this is true. Here we have a word India, I is capital, all the rest of the letters are small, so this is true as well. And here we have a Japan, so capital J, capital A, P small, so now this will be false because this is mixed case. And here we have like first letter is small, rest of the characters is capital, so this will also be false, right? This will also be false. So now we need to find, so in such problems we generally either need to find uh, how we can find out if the word is, we need to write a logic. This is a fairly simple problem to understand what we need to do, what we are expected to do. That is simple. So like here we also see that mm, we can divide any words in two parts, right? Two parts. Suppose uh, the first letter and the rest of the letters. So if the first letter is capital, the rest of the letters can be small or can be capital. Okay, but same case. So that is one condition, that uh, all the characters, second character onward, should be in same case. Okay, so this is one condition. And also that if the first letter is English, first letter is like uppercase, and the second set of letters, those are small, that will work. If second is capital and first is capital, that will also work. But if first is small, as we do here, and the rest of the is capital letters said is capital, that will not work. Okay, so we need to check that as well. And I don't think there are any more conditions. This is one condition, and rest all the conditions are true, right? Capital capital, that is true. Capital small, that is true. Small small, that is true. But here small capital, that's not true. So the one more condition of false is that if the first character is small, first character is small, then the rest of character should also be small. Okay, so this is the problem. So how can we solve this? Okay, how can we solve this? So first of all, we can check uh, if the letter is only one character. If the letter is only one character, we did not find the case of other characters or even of that character, because either it can be capital or it can be small, both are true. But if the word length is like more than two characters or up to two characters or equal to two characters, what we can do, we can just uh, check the case of first character, and we can check the case of second character on the while checking the case of second characters onward, we need to apply this, that all the characters second char onwards should be same, and all the characters uh, and later when we find this condition is true, that is all the characters some same, then we can check uh, what is the care of first character and that of the second set of characters. And we need to check if the first character is small, then the rest of characters should be small, otherwise it is true. So in such problems, generally what I do is I try to either find all the, I list down in my solution, try to list down all the false conditions or all the true conditions. Okay, so here I can see that there are a lot of true conditions, three to be precise. Like if first character is true, first character is capital, rest of the characters is capital, and first is capital, rest are small, and there are a lot of true conditions, and I will have to list down uh, the false condition uh, either way, because I have to check that the second set of characters are of same character, same case. So it is better, I think, to list down all the false condition. This either way we have to list down, we have to check for okay. And the second, so here we can say that there is only one false against three truths, so we should list down false, right? Because that will make our code small. So let's start with the solution. So I've already written this. Let's retrieve class submitted code. So let's see. Here we are checking if the word length is 1. Okay, then we can return true, not a problem, because if it is 1, then we will not continue. If the then this is second. Actually here it is meant, what is meant by this second is that what is meant by the second is the second character, right? Like us, this is s, word dot index at I, word dot char at I1. So this index, right, we are checking, this is second. And uh, and then in this loop what I'm doing, I'm traversing this whole word from the third character. Okay, third character. So what I'm doing, I'm checking if the case like is upper. Suppose if it is upper, yes, this is upper, true. So I'm checking if is upper for all the rest of the characters. Okay, is upper. So whatever the result of this was, like if it was uppercase here, so it should be also uppercase for all the rest of the characters. Okay, so and if it's not true, if it's not the case of the second character is not equal to the case of rest of the characters to the right of the second index, we can say it's false, right? This is equivalent to checking these conditions. All the characters, second characters onwards, should be the safe character. So this is the second character, and here I'm checking if the rest of the character, that is all the characters to the right of the second character, is of same case, because if that's not true, we can return false. Okay, and now after I have got the case of the second character, like this character, I've already got it here, but I need to check if rest of the characters were true, right? I need to check if all the rest of the characters were of the same case. So I have done that, and now I can be sure that they are same, and that is equal to the second, this one, uppercase. Okay, so now if it is lower, if the character is lowercase, if this letter is a lowercase, I need to check if this is capital. Okay, if this is capital, if this is capital and this is lower, then this won't be true, I will return false. Else for all the other conditions, like if this is upper, this is upper, this is upper, this is small, this is lower, this is lower, for all those conditions it will be true, but for this it will be small. Had I chosen to list down all the true conditions, the return true conditions, then I would have three conditions here, right? So this is a smaller and a more easier to understand solution. Okay, so now let's submit.